Hi all, welcome to this Team of the Week 11 predictions. This could be the greatest Team of the Week that's ever graced FIFA. Yeah, that won't be right. This is possibly the worst Team of the Week we've ever seen in FIFA. So if smash links would be awesome, sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter at @GIsALegend. All the links are down below for posting the channel and social media links as always. And remember to check everyone that's involved in the predictions league from like Foot Economist, Kieran SFF and all those guys down below. So we start off with Sorrentino. He made 8 saves for Kiev and kept a clean sheet. The guy absolutely seems to have like one game a season where he's like, you can't score. It's like a game of FIFA, it's like you could put shots goal. I think there was about 27 shots from goal or something, yet he saved like 8 of them, or it was at least 8 recorded. So 83 rated and fairly cheap in form, I would imagine, from the league. Alexander-Arnold got a goal and a clean sheet. Nothing else really from that game. Well, it was a 3-0 victory. Salah's obviously in Team of the Week, but Alexander-Arnold seems to be the option of the week. I would imagine he'd go to an 82, so it could be quite appealing. Lozano got 1 assist, didn't keep a clean sheet though, but the first goal was recorded, initially I believe it was an assist or a goal, but I think regardless, obviously Lerma got the OG, but Lozano played a part in that attack, so I think he might be nodded for 2 assists. Piszczek, 1 goal. I think if he'd kept a clean sheet would have been fancied, but due to the lack of standout defenders this week, I think Piszczek could be happening. I seem to back him like quite a few weeks. He always seems to get fancied, and I feel this could be his time for an inform. Lozano, 2 goals, 1 assist, and absolute PSV ran absolutely riot, and a second inform looks inbound for Lozano. I think if it's 85 rated, it's going to be super appealing for a lot of folk. So keep your eyes peeled on that particular card. How cheap, I don't know. Like how cheap he's going to be, I honestly don't know. It could be fun to get an eye on and see where it goes from there. Santi Cazorla, 2 assists. Now normally I wouldn't normally go for a 2 assist player, but Santi Cazorla, very impressive in the Villarreal Betis game. For me, I really think they will just go for him for sentimental reasons, unless they go for a flashback card on him. So keep your eyes peeled. But Dele Alli, 1 goal, 1 assist, should get into Team of the Week. He ran the show. Eriksen can also be considered for 2 assists, so they might bump up Team of the Week in the form of Eriksen instead of Dele Alli. So, but someone from Spurs will be getting in Team of the Week most likely. But I think Dele Alli will get the nod. Raheem Sterling, honestly, this guy has had so many chances to be an inform, yet it's always something else crops up. He's got 1 goal, 1 assist. Obviously the week when he had 2 goals, 2 assists and he didn't get in, but I think this week's going to happen, so you're going to have 3 86 rated versions of Raheem Sterling. Remember, he's also a strong contender for Player of the Month, so that could also go against him. So as much as we're thinking he'll get an inform, they may not. Obviously Leroy Sané ran riot as well, but he's in form this week. Aramui, 2 goals for Huddersfield against Wolves, who are starting to find a bit of form now. And Huddersfield, Aramui, 2 goals, should be fairly cheap, but he could actually be quite popular because he's actually always seems to get a very nice card. He got, was it 2 informs last year, and he was quite nice, so a nice boost on that base card could make him at least interesting, at least to use. But as I said, starting 11 not the most appealing at the moment. Varane, 2 goals. I think I seem to back him every week as well. It's like one of these cards that it's like, oh, it's like who's done well this week, and it's kind of what he's done. Volane's had one of these seasons where everyone's kind of clicked, and he's in this last year, but where he gets in or not this week I don't know, but I think he will, due to the real lack of strikers that have kind of not done the damage. Santi Mina's 2 goals for Valencia. I know people are suggesting Rodrigo as well due to higher rating, but Santi Mina I would give the nod to. Rodrigo got like 1 goal, I think it was 1 goal, I think. Yeah, Santi Mina got 2. I'm like, why is people suggesting Rodrigo over Santi Mina? So like, think about it. But Santi Mina for me. Musso, 9 saves and a clean sheet. This guy for Udinese had the same scenario as Sorrentino. Goalies, you could go for Castells as well from Wolfsburg. He's the only other one I kind of have seen. He made 4 saves, kept a clean sheet, so time will tell on, but I feel Musso and Sorrentino stand out. Denayer got 1 goal and a clean sheet for Lyon in their 1-0 victory over St Etienne. I know he's got his scream card, so I'm hoping if he gets in form it goes to an 81 and not an 80. So So keep your eyes peeled on that one. El Kayati, 2 goals, 1 assist. This guy, I think, for about the last 2 years has came close. He seems to get backed so many times to be in inform. Never happens. I think he got one eventually last year, and it looks like he might not be having to wait too long this year. Doing the business for ADO Den Haag, and will be a cheap goal to inform. Akram got 1 goal, 2 assists. Always enjoyed this guy. Always seem to enjoy having this card in my club. Don't know why. I think it stems from like early FIFA days and memories of old. Then Hayne, a hat-trick. If that doesn't get you in this week, then something's far wrong. So he'll be our discard, and he could be worth having, by the way. Expect people to snipe him for plenty. Cristiano, 1 goal, 1 assist. I think this was like the end of the J League, and this dude obviously was our SBC card from the J League last year. If he gets an inform, I expect a lot of people to maybe just go for it for sentimental reasons, but nothing more than that. Then this guy, Luka Bacchio, got a hat-trick for Fortuna Dusseldorf against Bayern Munich. I think it was like 95th or 96th minute. It was a late goal. Now, because it was a draw, they might not go for him, but because he got a hat-trick, that might just give him enough to get into Team of the Week. Also consider Muller from the game. He got 2 goals if they decide to go for a Bayern player just to mix it up. Roussillon, 1 goal, clean sheet, cheap in form, could be quite popular due to being French and playing in the Bundesliga. Links up to a neat few hybrid options, and definitely an alternative to Alaba. Balde Dio, 2 goals, 1 assist. Starting to find a bit of form in Italy, and I would say Inter's starting to find a few informs because they've got like João Mario, Icardi, and Lautaro Martinez is also considered as well, for what I've heard. 1 goal, 1 assist. Lalic got 1 goal, 1 assist himself for Besiktas. Starting to find good form in Turkey, and will be fairly cheap, I'd imagine, joining the 83 inform club for the week, which seems to be quite a basis this week. Enrich got 1 goal, 1 assist for Eibar as they defeated Real Madrid 3-0. If this guy doesn't get an inform, then forget it. Team of the week ain't happening. Like, Eibar deserve an inform, and this dude definitely has deserved it for his performances. And finally, Mitrovic, he got 2 goals for Fulham as they beat Southampton 3-2. Sessegnon got 2 assists, but I think Mitrovic, because due to the lack of an actual Team of the Week, you kind of need an 84 to kind of bulk up a little bit more. Honestly, I can't see them try to con like a Team of the Week out of this, because there's no one else really. Like, they're not going to do like Ronaldo for 1 goal. But see what happens with this Team of the Week. And honestly, as I said, let me know in the comments down below. I know like guys like Hutton, Adoma, Tawamba, Tagliafico could get in, but we'll see what happens. As I said, let me know in the comments down below. Smash like always, sub to the channel if you're new. Follow me on Twitter, GSLegend, and I will catch you all later.